तुम्हारे यूट्यूब चैनल तो गाइस अभी हम माइनक्राफ्ट खेल रहे हैं माइनक्राफ्ट वर्ल्ड है। हाँ मैं क्रिएटिव यूज करता हूँ वही कंप्लीट तो हम प्ले करें खा ही नहीं रहेगा मेरे पास तो मैं सर्वाइवल में अंदर अभी अभी तक तो
blockage of your arteries due to plaque buildup, usually occurring with old age or poor lifestyle. Strangely enough, Adams died on July 4th, 1826. Exactly 50 years to the day he signed the Declaration of Independence, and just 5 hours after Thomas Jefferson, who died the same exact day. The cause of his death is not conclusive, but it was likely due to a variety of elements such as diarrhea, kidney damage, and an enlarged, possibly cancerous prostate. America's shortest president at just 5 foot 4, James Madison lived until the age of 85, when he died of congestive heart failure, where the heart's ability to pump blood deteriorates as fluid builds throughout the body. While specific details Monroe died in 1831 after a battle with tuberculosis, a bacterial infection that usually attacks the lung. And while he remained only America's first president, at the time of his death, he joined Adams and Jefferson to be the third president to die on July 4th. The fact that former presidents dying on July 4th was not lost on the American people, with the trend becoming a bit more 1800s meme. John Quincy Adams was lost at sea for 438 days and survived. In 2012, Jose and his new first mate, Ezequiel Cordoba, set out on a 30-hour deep-sea fishing expedition off the coast of Mexico. 2 days after leaving shore, the men were caught in a 6,000 miles. Harrison O'Kane spent 60 hours trapped in an air pocket on the ocean floor and survived. In the middle of the night in 2013, a tugboat off the coast of Nigeria was on the way to an oil tanker when it capsized in surprisingly rough seas. Incredibly, Harrison, the boat's cook, happened to be awake using the restroom. Because of advanced locks on the ship's doors, meant to deter pirates, Harrison was unable to escape the capsized vessel. He was trapped in a small bathroom as the ship took on water and began to sink. Fortunately for Harrison, the door locks wound up saving his life. As the ship sank deeper into the grim depths of the ocean, Harrison remained safe inside an air bubble that had been trapped inside with him. Eventually, the sinking stopped, and Harrison realized he was now submerged in the pitch black on the ocean floor. Any attempt to escape the ship at this point would result in Harrison drowning or suffering the consequences of water pressure at 100 feet. Quick ascension from 100 feet depth would put him at incredibly high risk of pulmonary barotrauma, bursting his lungs, or decompression sickness, where dissolved nitrogen air can bubble out, leading to joint pain, neurologic injury, or even death. All Harrison could do was stay in the darkness and pray. Above the surface, the team had been able to find the wreck and retrieve the believed to be dead crew. This unfortunately didn't happen quickly, as Harrison sat at the bottom of the ocean for 60 hours before miraculously Every time he would breathe, he would take in some of that pressure-trapped oxygen, and then he would expel more carbon dioxide. In fact, experts believe that if he was trapped for longer than 60 hours, it would have been the carbon dioxide buildup and toxicity that would have been the cause of his death, rather than being out oxygen. Harrison eventually surfaced with the help of a diving suit or a mobile pocket of air, allowing for a gradual return to the surface at a consistent pressure. He was then placed in a deep pressure chamber for 3 days, which allowed his body to gradually adjust to the surface level pressures. Harrison went on to receive his official license and now works as a deep sea diver himself. Fang Ling witnessed the Titanic sink into the frigid, dark depths of the Atlantic Ocean and survived. In April 1912, Fang Ling boarded the RMS Titanic headed for New York City, where he was contracted to work as a fireman on another ship headed towards Cuba. As the infamous story goes, on April 14th at 11:40 p.m., the Titanic struck an iceberg. Over the course of just a few hours, the largest ship in history sank, bringing 1,500 passengers and crew along with it. But not Fang Lang. Fang was not lucky enough to leave the Titanic aboard a dry lifeboat. Instead, Fang found himself diving off the ship, waiting for his fate within the bitterly cold ocean. It's estimated the water temperature that night was around 28 degrees Fahrenheit. And look, despite the popularity of ice baths, floating in freezing water post-shipwreck is incredibly deadly, with immersion hypothermia setting in after just minutes, and 50 to 45 minutes before the brain and heart ultimately can stop. It's unknown exactly how long Fang was floating in the ocean, but he held on while passengers were lost to the cold water around him. Eventually, a lifeboat came back and rescued Fang. Fang 700 survivors early the next morning. Edgar Harrell experienced one of the worst shark attacks in recorded history and survived. In July of 1935, 1,200 men were aboard the USS Indianapolis, sailing through the South Pacific to drop on Japan during World War II. The seas were calm and the air was warm. Edgar lounging on the ship. Beneath the surface, all was cool. Shortly after midnight, a Japanese submarine fired 2 torpedoes at the Indianapolis, piercing the hull and igniting stores of fuel. Massive explosions ripped the vessel apart, sending Edgar and 900 survivors into the ocean. Edgar bobbed up and down in the water as he and his fellow survivors watched the USS Indianapolis sink in just 12 minutes. It was not long until the men were floating in life jackets in the pitch dark of the night, with the worst yet to come. It didn't take long for the attack to alert hundreds, if not thousands, of hungry sharks to Edgar's location. Edgar and his fellow men had nowhere to escape and no way to defend themselves. He watched in horror as one man after the other was pulled under the water. And look, while shark attacks on humans is a rather rare phenomenon, they're usually lethal when medical help cannot be immediately accessed, as blood loss can be severe. And for those who avoided the sharks, dehydration got the best of them, with many men succumbing to drinking seawater. Seawater is extremely salty, containing nearly 9 grams of salt. When the average person deep sea usage between 2 grams of salt per day. So, not only does the excess salt in the intestines pull in water more water American plane spotted the floating body and alerted the Navy to their location. Edgar and 316 men were pulled from the water, with the total loss of life reaching nearly 900. Was swimming in the Pacific Ocean, holding a large camera, which captured footage of Humboldt Squid, otherwise known in Mexico as Diablo López the Red Eagle. Along with being beautiful, or at least having in the cameras they engaged in coordinated attacks or hunting attacks. After hitting the water, Scott was attacked by violent on his arms and began to pull another squid like Scott's camera on his shoulder. A shoulder dislocation in a situation like this is incredibly dangerous given the fact the arm becomes difficult and not impossible to move, limiting mobility in the water. Remember, while a dislocation is a dangerous issue, it can also come with torn ligaments and or tendons. These squids also have sharp beaks which they use to eat, and Scott could feel them ripping through his wetsuit and breaking his skin. 2 more squids grabbed Scott by the legs and began pulling him deeper into the water, causing his eardrum to explode. Middle ear barotrauma, also known as middle ear squeeze, is when there's an uncontrolled that it can lead to rupture or even healing. This can't be prevented by eating turtle squid torpedoed his wrist, breaking it in 5 places. Scott emerged from the water and screamed for Michael Packard was humpback whale and survived. Just a few years ago, Michael Packard, a lifelong lobster fisherman, was sailing off the coast of Massachusetts. When you think of lobster fishing, you might be thinking of those hardcore ships in Alaska that throw giant cages into the ocean, but not Michael. Michael does it the old-fashioned way. He geared up, dropped his own body into the ocean, sinking to the ocean floor to scoop up lobsters by hand. While slowly walking off the sandy ocean floor and looking for his catch of the day, Michael became the captain. Out of nowhere, Michael and suddenly the whole world went black. Michael was completely disoriented. He was upside down in the dark and somehow traveling quickly through the water. After a few moments, Michael realized that he'd been swallowed by something far bigger than himself. He became filled with terror upon realizing he could be no longer himself. Which on average can be 50 feet long and weigh over 35 tons. Fortunately for Michael, while a humpback is large enough to put you in its mouth, a humpback's throat is much smaller than a person. The humpback knew this too, and after feeling Michael scratch and claw inside its mouth, decided he didn't like the taste of New England lobster fishing. The whale surfaced and spat Michael out into the sunlight. Michael was taken to the hospital and treated for soft tissue injuries. While we do have ICD-10 codes for many illnesses, I'm not sure if swallowed humpback Michael is very open about this unusual experience and has said he apologizes to the whale.
So guys, I'm here for the first pet for you. Bye guys. See you.